Today we are finding out if anyone would risk starving for $250,000. And to test that, I have brought in one of the most disciplined survival experts in the world, who has agreed to go 72 hours with no food at all. Every hour that passes, he earns $10,000, but if he eats anything, he loses everything. Good luck, man. You are braver than me. This is going to be crazy. This man is literally stepping into a massive isolation dome with no food, only water, and a few basic supplies he has to survive while his body begins to crave everything imaginable. The money is stacked right outside the dome, visible through the glass, just to tempt him even more. The first few hours seem easy. He meditates, he stretches, he even laughs. But by hour 6, he starts pacing the dome. The smell of food from our crew lunch table fills the air. We are purposely cooking burgers right outside to test his mental strength. He looks at the food, then at the cash, then back at the food. He shakes his head and mutters to himself, "Stay strong every hour." The timer beeps, another 10 grand added to his total. By hour 12, he's sweating and his stomach is growling. The crew brings out his first challenge, a treadmill that he has to walk for 1 hour to unlock an air mattress. If he fails, he sleeps on the cold floor tonight. He pushes through dizzy and tired, but somehow completes it and collapses on the mattress as the crew claps. That's 12 hours down, $10,000 more earned. The next morning, he wakes up pale weak, but determined. The timer reads 24 hours, and he's officially earned $100,000. We slide in a card under the door that says, "Eat this protein bar and you can instantly lock in your current winnings or keep starving for another 24 hours to double it." He stares at the card for a full minute, then says, "No, I'm not giving up yet." The second day gets intense. His energy crashes. He tries to distract himself with push-ups, but barely gets to 5. He starts talking to the camera, saying he's doing this for his family, for the chance to change their lives. When he looks outside at the cash, he whispers, "That's my future, right there." By hour 36, we raise the stakes. We flood the dome with the smell of freshly baked pizza and put a single slice inside on a table if he eats it. The challenge ends, but he'll still get 50,000. He walks around the table again and again, smelling it, staring at it, sitting down, standing back up. The camera zooms in on his face as he closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. "I can't," he says quietly and walks away. The crowd outside cheers. Hour 48. He can barely stand. We send in a treadmill again, this time to unlock a hot shower after all that sweat and exhaustion. The temptation is unreal. He has to walk for 30 minutes, but his legs are trembling after 20. He falls down, but crawls back on the treadmill, refusing to give up. He finishes it right before the timer ends and collapses again. Now he's earned $200,000, but his body is shutting down. We bring him one final choice: stay another 24 hours, starving and risk fainting, or take the $200,000 and end it. Here. He looks at the money, then looks at us and says, "I can do one more day for my family." He decides to keep going. Hour 60. The cameras show him lying on the mattress, whispering random thoughts. His energy gone, but his determination still there. We monitor his vitals. They're weak but safe. At hour 70, he's delirious. He starts laughing, saying he can smell food that isn't even there. Everyone's nervous, but he waves us off, saying, "Just 5 more hours, I'm good." Finally, at hour 72, the alarm goes off. He's shaking. He tries to stand up, but almost falls. I run in with water. He grabs it and drinks like he hasn't in days. I tell him it's over. He survived 72 hours without food. He officially won $250,000. The entire crew cheers as he stumbles out into the daylight, smiling through exhaustion. He sits beside the giant stack of cash, tears in his eyes, and says, "This money means my parents never have to worry again. This was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was worth it." We hand him the check, and the dome behind him starts to deflate. Marking the end of the challenge, the camera zooms out over the desert sunset as the words appear on screen. Would you risk starving for $250,000? Some people might say no, but he just proved what determination can really do.